Again, I don't try to do direct things from history, but I'm certainly inspired by a lot of real history. And the religion of the Lord of Light is based in part on a couple of the dualist religions that actually existed in our world. One of them, the I can never say that.
Zoroastrian.
Yeah, whatever that is, yes. And the other one, the Cathars, or the Albigensians, who were destroyed. They were a Christian heresy that flourished in southern France, and a crusade was launched against them, and they were ultimately all wiped out in what is sometimes called Europe's first genocide. The famous statement, "Kill them all, God will sort them out," actually dates back to the Albigensian crusade, when the Christian Crusaders captured an Albigensian city, but only half of the people in it were Albigensians. The rest were good Catholics. And one of the people said, "Well, how do they look just like us. How do we know who to kill?" And the commander said, "Kill them all, God will know his own." And that's straight out of real history. But the Cathars were a very strange heresy that make fascinating reading, because they were true dualists. I mean, Christianity has this concept of God and the devil, but the devil is definitely, second place. He's not the equal to God. He's a loser. And God permits him to do little things, but in the end, there's no doubt who's gonna come out. The Albigensians, it was a real dualist system where they thought there's a dark God and there's a God of light. There's a God of good and a God of evil, and they're at perpetual war, and they're equal, and we don't know who's going to win. But the interesting part of it, they were a Christian heresy, and their belief was that Jesus was actually the son of the God of light, and so therefore he didn't really have a real body. That here they were kind of straying from Orthodox Catholic teaching, because the body that we all live in is a creation of the God of evil, and indeed the world that we live in is a creation of the God of evil. And it was a fairly persuasive argument, especially in the early Middle Ages, because they looked around and they said, look at this world that you live in, where people, there's no justice, there's no peace. People come by and kill you and rape your women and burn your crops, and the lords can cut off your head at any times, and you're going to get all these horrible diseases, and you're going to sicken and die, and going to be, in great pain, and women bring forth children in pain. What kind of good God would design this world? Obviously, this world has been created by the evil God, and the good God is trying to get us out of it. And that was, the Catholics refuted this argument by killing them all. So that makes fascinating reading, but that's the seed from which the Melisandre's Lord of Light comes. That